It's the talk with Micah and friends. It's the talk with Micah and friends. Grab all your friends and gather around. They're gonna have a real time. It's the talk with Micah and friends.
Hey guys, what's going on? This is Micah. Let me scoot over. This is Micah Pierce. I'm coming back to you guys really quickly to discuss tonight's show. Tonight I had the fortunate opportunity to have 5 of my friends. I had Toya Washington from Alabama. Well, she's from Louisiana, lives in Atlanta, now lives in Birmingham, Alabama. I had Mr. Andre Brown, originally from Jacksonville, Florida, now residing in Atlanta. I also had Slick Foster, who's from Kansas City, Missouri, now residing in Atlanta, Georgia. I had Cesare Adams, born and raised in Newark, New Jersey, and lives in Newark, New Jersey. Right up the street, right up the street from me. And then I also had the fortunate opportunity to have my one of my dear friends and cousin, who has known me all of my life for the most part, and that was Mr. I would say James Phillips. I don't want to be so formal. So I'm going to add him on right now. And there we go. All right, so let me unmute you. And this is our after show. So what can you say something, James?
Hey, can you hear me?
I can hear you great.
Okay, got it.
So what the purpose of the after show, as many after shows that happen in either reality shows or you have Andy Cohen, you have all these people who have their regular shows and they have after shows and they dig a little bit deeper than they could have on the radio, or on TV or whatever, because hey, they're just, it's only but so much you can ask, so much you can, go through, especially with having a panel of people. So James and I were talking as we do. We were on FaceTime, and I was like, you know what, we should just go ahead and do like a little after show set really quickly and dig deep. So James, so we talked about a few things. We talked about COVID-19. We talked about pop culture. We talked about influences. We talked about the LGBTQ spectrum, boxing people. We talked about friendships and forging friendships and keeping them. And we also talked about relationships. And so my question would be to you first is, of everything that we talked about, what was most important to you, or what's the thing that stuck out the most, and what did you want to talk more about, or what was a part of the conversation that you wanted to continue, if you could?
Well, the part that stuck out to me the most was the friendship conversation. It was a great conversation because in that state we went through a lot of things that people do now that you see to pick their friendships or hold on to their friendship, or better yet to say how they view friendship and family ship, because every relationship is a ship. Mm-hmm. And then the one that I thought I wanted to expand on and go further into is actually the relationship portion of the talk, which was basically everybody just got to touch on what they wanted and how they feel. We didn't really get to conversate on like the broad spectrum and how things patterned out and all that stuff. But the friendship talk was real good to me. Real good.
There was something I wanted you to expound on that we talked about afterwards, after the show, but not the after show. We talked about the whole, as far as I was concerned, the whole, oh, he's a bitch, or, that sort of thing.
Oh, let me clear that up, everybody, because everybody was thinking that I'm just calling him a bitch. No, what I mean by that is, if you're just now meeting Micah, y'all know about Micah, but if you're just now meeting Adrian's not the type to talk to you and be like, hey, how you doing? That's not him if he doesn't know you. So you, in your mind, you would think he's a bitch. And to me, people like that. I'm not that person. I'm walking to me, hey, how you doing? I'm James. It's nice to meet you. You look very nice or handsome. I'll do that, making me more friendly and approachable. He's not as approachable. That's what, when I call him a bitch, that's what I mean. He's not approachable.
Well, people. I will say this, and it's only because you live on the West Coast, I live on the East Coast. I'm a part of pageantry, and I am in a unique position as a judge for one of the oldest systems there is in pageantry, which is Continental. Being a promoter there as well, being a judge, I'm no longer that person. When I say that, like when I'm just Micah or Adrian and I'm out and about and I'm in the club or the bars or whatever, that person still exists. But what I had to remind myself, and we talked about it on I was on a show. Well, I was interviewing on my podcast. I was talking to Aja about it. Is that I treat me the same way. I govern myself the same way I feel like title holders should. No matter if you are an introvert, because I'm an introvert, you're an extrovert. Because I'm an introvert, I internalize things, I observe things, I kind of watch, wait, I kind of see how people are moving and all of that. But what I had to realize is that when I step into a room such as a Continental room or preliminary or any pageant, I never know who I'm talking to. That person could be my next preliminary title holder. That person I could be judging next year. You know what I'm saying? That person I could be, co-owning something with them. I could be doing a lot of things. So what I've realized is that I have to turn it on, and it's not about being fake, but it's about Micah saying, okay, Micah, I know you're an introvert. I know you internalize things. I know you observe things, but when you are out and about amongst all these people, you're going to have to talk. You're going to have to say, hey, how you doing? And I'm telling you, that's when people, and if they don't understand, they'll understand after watching this. When I get on my podcast and I talk about how Continental has changed my life and Continental has made me a bigger and better person, it's because it has challenged me and it has pushed me to the point of I can no longer be in this box. People know who I am now. You know what I'm saying?
You have a brand. You have a brand. You have a name. Yeah.
I can't be this. When I'm out amongst those people, I'm not a bitch. I'm very welcoming. Come on, let's take pictures. I'll tell people all the time. I used to be a picture taker where I would be taking pictures of my friends and videoing or whatever. Well, now I'm so busy that I forget to do that. And so the first thing I'm telling them is, okay, get your camera out. Let's take, because I love memories. And so I am still that bitch to a fault to a certain extent. But again, I'm cautious outside of the arena. I'm very because I know the people that come up to me and want to speak to me and take pictures and hang out and take a drink at the bar. We genuinely have a common interest in that being pageants. You know what I'm saying? And that's our love language. That's how we communicate and whatever. But when I'm out in New York and let's say it's me and Cesare or it's me and Eugene, I'm naming the people that I hang out with, or me and Lariah, when I'm out with them, baby, I don't know her. You know what I'm saying? I don't know this person. And that's just what it is. But
that's exactly what I mean. But see, but people may take it differently. They may take it differently. That's what I mean. Like, bitch, I don't know her. So they would think, oh, that's a bitch. No, it's just I don't know you.
Yeah, and especially
that turns some people like that for some reason.
Well, I'll say this: if we're out and James knows someone and James does not introduce me to them, in my mind, I'm saying, well, girl, I ain't supposed to know him. You know what I'm saying?
And that's how I am. I introduce you to people I know.
And I'm very, hey, how you doing? And it's okay to be cordial and speak and hey, how you doing? But I'm not going to have a full conversation with everyone because I just like Andre said on earlier, a spirit of discernment. I think that is what, between that and a few other things is what kept me away from a lot of people. I'm able to scope out somebody real quick. When they not about they, and I stay away from it,
For me, on the other hand, is now to the point where I keep saying my status, but my job title and my job, when people see me at work, when they're like, oh my God, so they see me at work, they think they can just, okay, so no, we're not friends like that. And even if you were my friend, you're not getting what you think you go get. You got to be my family.
Right.
You of all people got to know that I take care of my family.
I think also as we get older, and this is something I really understood from Andre, is that when we get older, I know Andre's friends. Andre and his friends, they did a Zoom last night, and I think we all should do it too. We should get some of our friends and do this very same thing. It was not broadcasted, but it's just us on this.
Yeah.
Or whatever. And so I definitely want to do that. Get some of our old friends on, get Markel on, get John.
To do it like she said she want to do a 3-way talk. So me, you, and Nisha.
Oh, you need, yeah, and just talk about stuff or whatever. That'd be great. But what I noticed about Andre is his friends, they've been around each other for 20, 30 years. They've been knowing these people for, 20, 30 years. And as you get older, as people that say you get set in your ways, you also get set in your friendships. That's meaning I'm not really accepting any
no new friends.
Because at this point, it's like, why am I sitting here making friends? Like, for what? Like, I have enough. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And we've had friends that have come and gone. We've had people that were our best of friends, and not necessarily our best friends. I feel like I still have all my best friends, but our best of friends, we may not, because we no longer are in the same area anymore. Mm-hmm. You lose contact, or not necessarily lose contact. The contact is not as consistent as it once was. And I'll tell you, I had a friend. I'm not gonna make no names. I don't know if you're gonna ever see this. Last year, I told him, I said, listen, I don't think, I hate to say it was like a Nene thing, but I said, look, you being a bad friend. And the way you being a bad friend is because anytime if you want to, and he had a special nickname for me, I'm not gonna say the nickname because he'll know who the world might, well, not the world, but some people may know. But he used to have a nickname. We had a nickname for each other, and all of that. And it was great. It was a great relationship for a while. But it started to be very inconsistent. And me, I'm a person, sometimes I'm just going to text you and say, hey, how you doing? Just checking on you. But when it takes so long for you to respond, I was like, I don't know what's going on. Then it's like, oh, I'm going through stuff. But if we're supposed to be the friendship that we have, why is it that you can't communicate those things with me? Or I'm having issues on my job. Like, so I was like, oh, so you make time. So what made me really check the friendship was that when we would go to Pride together in DC. And we went, and he came twice. I could not keep him out his phone. And so when I realized that you always got your phone in your hand,
mm-hmm.
You're not responding, or you want to talk when you want to talk, this, that, and the other. So guess what I'm going to do? So what I did, I didn't cease communication. I told him about himself. If that's the friend, we're going to be friends, let me be able to tell you what I think you should improve on as far as being my friend. Oh, I'm so sorry. I'm not going to say it because I was going to say the name he called me. But it was like, I'm so sorry. I'm going to do better. I just been having stuff going on. I said, I get that. And I'm not asking you to sit on the phone with me and talk 2 or 3 hours. There's only but a few people I can do that with. That's Markel Williams. That's James Phillips. That's Dante Smith. And I think that's it.
Your mom and your brother.
And my mom and my brother that I can talk for a long, like hours upon hours upon hours with. And so I warned him, told him about himself. He said he'll do better. Didn't do better. Told him again, January 2019. I said, listen, I'm just coming to you and let you know I don't think, I don't know what's going on, but you're not being a good friend. And because I take my friendship seriously. And he said he would improve. Did he improve?
Nope.
No. Let me tell you what I did. I went ahead and he's still my friend on social media, on Facebook. I think I unfriended or I stopped following him on Twitter. I mean, Instagram. And I removed his number from my phone. I don't have it. And when I changed my number in November, he don't have it. And I hate that because I genuinely liked the friendship that we had up until that point. But I don't have time, as we can know, I don't got time for no dead space or no invisible space.
Okay. It's a bad thing that I have, but I give up. Like I said in the thing earlier, I give up quick. If I don't get back the response from you with certain people, I'm not going to say that way about with certain people. If I give out too much and I don't say nothing, but I cut it off. There's no need to communicate. I don't have to say nothing. You don't have to say nothing. You didn't say nothing. So it is what it is. That's why you have to choose who you call your friend. That word friend is so loose now.
Are we
call your friend?
And be really, really honest when I'm asking this question.
I will.
When you are creating friends, or it starts to be a friendship, starts from hanging out, buddy, associate, then it goes to friendship level, whatever, over time. Do you have a conversation with your friends about what type of friend what do you expect from them as a friend?
No.
I don't either.
I don't.
I don't either until the time arises where I feel like
that you are
you ain't doing what I.
That's hard to do because
right, exactly.
That's hard to do because some people don't even make it to and this is a 90-day trial basis. When we first meet each other, you have 90 days to prove myself if you're going to be a friend or a foe. You have 90 days. Once I see qualities in you that I see in myself, I can put you in that process of becoming a friend. If I don't see none of them qualities, then no, we can't. And just because we hang around the same people, don't mean that we are friends. You're friends with them for your reason. I'm friends with them for a reason. They brought us together because they thought we could be friends, but we don't see eye to eye, corner to corner, chest to chest. That's not us. But like you said, I will be cordial. I will be respectful, but I will not be conversational.
I bring this person's name up, and I'm glad that we're talking about the show and Cesare. I met Cesare at Philly Black Gay Pride, April of last year, April 28th to be exact. And I was with Lariah. I was with Eugene. Eugene hadn't even become me and Eugene kind of became friends that night too.
Who's Lariah?
My nephew Lariah. Father New York chapter Garçon.
Oh, that Lariah Garçon.
And we were all together, moving, And so after a while, it's like we all moving. We was in a party that had like multiple levels. So as we're all moving with each other, it's kind of like, okay, now we done became a clique, bitch. We need to know who's who, So I was like, look, my name is Micah. What's yours? And then we got a little. I would say when I drank a little drink.
Yeah, you get real talkative.
And that's Cesare just oh yeah, he just texted back. So we're talking. Huh?
Have him call in.
No, I'm good with us. No, not saying that.
I know this.
Yeah, I just want people to know it's not like that, but I'm good with this. What I want. So we're on the dance floor. I have videos of it in my phone or whatever. I wish I could play the videos. I can't, right, or whatever. But I just sent it to him and I put it on Facebook. And he was dancing. I took a video of him dancing, whatever, and we just clicked. And I say all that to say, like, from that moment, the next time that we hung together was Pride, and it was World Pride or whatever. We hung around each other that night. It was epic. We were in VIP. Oh, it was amazing. And then from that, he invited me to his birthday party, and that's when everybody was like, "Oh, yeah, y'all been knowing each other forever." And I was like, "No." And mind you, it was like his cousins, his sister, his gay mother, and a few of his closest friends that had known him forever. And I just was, like he said, it was an honor for him to be a part of this. It was an honor for me to be invited. And I had to go to DC the next day for a week-long conference.
Mm-hmm. But I remember that.
And but I say all of that because I like to give people a little background. The relationship that we have, or the friendship that we have, it was not forced. It was very organic. You know how you have some people like once they hang around you one time, ooh, child, what we doing next weekend? Oh, what we doing next week? Oh, girl, let's get brunch. It's like you're trying to rush something. Mm-hmm. And we just took our time and we went here. Then before you know it, we went to brunch together. Before you know it, we celebrate this. I went to his birthday. He went to my birthday get together. And I just feel like in the LGBTQIA plus community, you don't know why. And when you said it on the show, you don't know why people are trying to befriend you. And some people are trying to befriend you for other reasons. And that means being connected to what you do.
Mm-hmm.
And they put in the door. And I feel like when you're in that industry that you're in, and even for me, because I'm in pageantry, so I'm judging people.
It's still the same thing. It's on the same energy level.
People befriend you, and you gotta put a little side eye, like, now let me watch you, and let me see. Because if all you talking to me, prime example, if you try to become my friend, and you always in my inbox or texting me about a pageant, and doing this and doing that, and it's all related to pageantry, or with your instance, they're texting and calling you, but it's about, oh, how did you get into the entertainment industry? Or do you know anybody looking for this? Like, So, and that's when you have to flip it around. So, did you come into my? What's up? What you like? Is this a business thing?
What you want? That's why. This is why I don't open myself. This is why I don't open myself up to people. And people say, "Well, you're never going to find anybody if you just stay to yourself." And all in LA, alone, it's like nobody out here asks you what's your name, how you doing, where you're from. First thing is what you do.
Right.
I don't know you for you to come to me to ask me what I do, but right now I'm general manager of the dollar store. What do you do? And then after you tell them they don't see what you do, then they get to see you. They either see me on TV or they see me at an event because they're trying to get in all these events. They're always outside and stuff. And then they see me in WeHo. If I do go out with walk around with a couple of people that I know here, they're like, "Oh my God, you're such and such and this." I'm like, I'm not here for that. Right now I'm with my friends and I'm chilling. And most of the people that I hang out with are either makeup artists, hairstylists, videographers, photographers, dancers, choreographers. Those are the only people I can hang out with because they're already inside the scene and they don't want shit from me but a good time.
Right.
And that's all I want. I don't want to ask no questions. Yes, I'm an assistant to a celebrity, and so what? No, she don't want to see you. No, you can't get to meet her. You will never see her unless you pay for a ticket.
Pretty much.
Can I call her? Yes, when it's time for me to go to work. What else do you want? So it's just like, it's irritating. Now I have to be on 10. Like, so why are you trying to be my friend? And I got to sit through all this. But you know, I want to be a rock singer. I want to be a pop star singer. Girl, I'm tired of it. I'm just tired of it. So that's why
I mean, so even with, let me take it a step further since you're saying that. When you think about, it kills me. When you think about artists, they've made it, they put in the work, they were discovered, whatever the case may be. Some people worked harder than others, but got discovered. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Now they worked hard on their craft, but some people go like far and beyond. They get noticed, and they eventually get noticed. And some people it's just I don't even say it's luck; it's a blessing.
Yeah.
But what I don't understand about people, fans, is that not fans. I'm sorry, people that are trying to break into the industry. Oh, can you listen to my tape? Oh, can you listen to my CD? Oh, can you do this and that? Let me tell you something. I'm not even in the industry like that, and that was something that always irked me since I was in like middle school, when I would see stuff, you know, artists saying, "Oh, this person coming to me and gave me this mixtape and this that, and the other," and you know, and it's just like, at the end of the day, baby, they can't give you no job. Now, what they can do is they can pass it along, but see, that's how people are now getting found on Instagram. That's why they say go on Instagram or go on YouTube or whatever, and somebody will find you. Or whatever, but these artists can't help nobody but themselves. They don't own no record label.
They are not the label, and then nobody around them can give them anything.
Who said they own record labels? They ain't doing shit with their record label. So I can only imagine, like for me.
Oh my goodness, no, you can't.
And then that's to be very. There's a way that you have to go about things because you are still protecting the brand. You don't want to come off as a bitch and all that, but at the same time, you are the gatekeeper.
Yeah, I'm an extension of her brand.
You're the gatekeeper.
There's ways I have to carry myself and conduct myself when I'm in situations. So that's why and to keep that safe and sane, I don't open my doors for anybody. If you're not in the door when I got here, you're not gonna be in the door.
Or I'll say this, James, allow it to be organic. Meaning, don't come to the line, to the start of the line, and say, "Oh, child, she just coming in." Because those people prove themselves over time. But you may have somebody genuine who likes your energy. Y'all at the hookah bar. I'm just saying an example. Y'all at the hookah bar. Y'all in WeHo, whatever. They don't know you. They don't know that you work for or whatever. I would say, I wouldn't even say, like you said, I wouldn't say whatever you said in regards to what you said, the Dollar General or whatever.
I'm the general manager of the dollar store.
But yeah, whatever you want to say, but you may have somebody that come to you and just, "Oh my God, you're so cool," or whatever. "Can I get your number so we can hang out again?" I was more than apt to give them my number and see, can we hang out again? Because the great thing about technology is that I can always block you. You know what I'm saying? I can block you on social media. I can block you on my iPhone. Like, if I don't want you to have contact with me, you won't. But I think that it's important that when you do go out to the club or to a bar, I don't really like clubs, but if you go to a bar, you go out to eat and somebody, they like your energy. Or a lot of my friends, guess what? A lot of my friends that I have now, or that I got within the last 5 to 10 years, have come through other people. Slick, I met Slick through Julius. I met Andre through Natasha.
Braxton?
Yes.
Oh, I want to see Tasha.
Yeah. I met Cesare through hanging with Lariah and Eugene. Because and that's just how it is happening.
Yeah, I met Cesare when I came in with the Mugler Ball. We went out to the club that night, and I met him in the VIP section when he came in. Right. I met him then, and then I met him at the ball and the after ball.
Right.
So, and he's cool people.
Yeah. So, it's just weird. I think that as we evolve and if some people do drop off the wagon as friends, it is okay to get new friends, because we have different stages of our lives. And I know for me, I don't want to be sitting around a bunch of young, Lord, I was about to say the word.
Young queens.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But this is us talking. This is Candid. So we're going to talk the way we talk. Ain't going to hold back for nobody.
The show was Candid. This is real raw and uncut.
Okay. And we'll come at them raw and uncut.
You know, yeah. So my ending with friendships, and we'll go to relationships and be done. Friendships, don't be afraid of friendships. Don't be afraid of meeting new people. If you're an extrovert, be cautious.
Mm-hmm.
Still, if you're an introvert, be cautious but explore. You can't call everybody your friend, and that's something that's something that used to irk my nerves about my ex, and he know it. He would say, "This my friend, this my friend." I say, "What's their number?"
Hell, what's their name?
What's their number? You got it in your phone? That ain't your friend, because every friend that I have is in my phone, and I have constant communication with people. And I told him, we had a conversation a long time ago. People are overly using the word friend. Everybody's not your friend. Everybody's not have your best interest at heart. People don't give a damn about what you do and supporting you. And that's why I said during the show is that everybody's not for you. Mm-hmm. Everybody's, but a lot of people are for what they can get out of you.
Okay, got it. They're for what you can get, what they can get. They're for what they can get.
So you just got to be aware. But I think it's important that we do have friends and close family members or friends that are considered families, because mm-hmm. I'm going to say, honey, between me, you and Shan, me and Talia, me and Pierre, those are the people, and aside from my mom and my brother, those are people that I FaceTime with and talk to.
Yeah.
So,
you know, I talk to Shan, my cousin, I talk to Shan every day they have a call.
But I don't want it, but when we open up the floodgates and we can get back, that should not stop.
No, it won't.
Because if it stops, you know how I'm gonna feel? Oh, you just used me to have
for the quarantine.
I would never feel like that with you or Shan. But I'm just saying, if I was in a situation where I had to,
you couldn't feel that way because I FaceTime you before the quarantine and I never got answer. But I get answers through the quarantine.
Girl, my studio kind of coming up. Oh, there we go. But yeah, y'all was seeing the door behind
the secret entryway.
Okay, but yeah, no. I get it.
Oh no, but no, that ain't all the time. You just don't answer me.
I have another character that I work on, honey. So I'm getting her prepared too. Mm-hmm. So relationships.
Oh God.
You said that was an interesting one. What did you take from what Andre talked about in regards to relationships, but from the perspective of, I like how he gave the backstory.
And yeah, the backstory had me really get into where he's coming from, because it took time to get to where he is. He had to understand him and take a journey to get to where he is. And right now, that just made me realize I'm on a journey. I mean, see, in his journey, he had paths and pit stops and people to help him along the way. It's just me. It's just me on this journey by myself. So I have to learn. It's teaching me to love me because in the beginning of my journey, I didn't love me enough just to be me. I tried to be me for somebody else. So my journey in this relationship thing is for me to love James enough to be James at all times. And then that right person would come along and enjoy me and get to love me and grow with me for me being me. All the facets of me, because like what's her name? Toya said, I am not perfect. I have my flaws. Then they flaws that I have their flaws. And it's a lot going on with me for someone to come in and really get to know me. It would take a lot. But in my head, my feminine ways and my femininity turns a lot of people away. And because in the best society, I want to do. If I want to be with a girl, I'll go get a girl. Right. You know what I mean? Oh, God.
And I see Jacinda Wright, which is my best friend from elementary, middle, and high school. Hi, Jacinda. We're just doing the after show. If you want to catch the actual show, I think that if you have time, well, you got time, honey. We're in a pandemic. We in a pandemic. But okay, but go ahead and check it out. It was some good conversation. There's a lot more, and I wanted to make sure that that a lot of people from the heterosexual community was able to see us, in a different light and understand us. That was the whole point, because we do have people that are from our family, heterosexual, friends or whatever.
Yeah.
That y'all need to know what we come from, and we all do not represent. I got some of my
stereotypical gay.
We're not all one person. Now, with saying that, because I'm gonna jump back to relationships in a second, but Derek J, we talked about pop culture influences, and there was a part that I didn't get to ask you guys, but it was like almost, do you see yourself on television? When I say yourself, meaning, do you see any type of representation of you on television? Now, the question to you, James, is that when Lawrence and Derek J and they had fashion queens and they would come on Bravo and all that, did you see that being somewhat of you?
Yeah, that was a part of me that because I do the heels, I do the bags, I do the girl clothes, I do all that and everything. But that's kind of hard to say because I'm not as open as they are.
Like you would do those looks when it came down to going out to the club.
Or in a gay setting.
Or a gay setting.
But not every day. Every day I'm a t-shirt, jeans.
Okay. So
kind of guy.
So my question then would be, why would you, what prevents you? Because I feel like that is something, a part of you that you love doing. You love the heels and the bags.
I do.
Why? And you kind of probably know where I'm going.
Yeah.
What prevents you, being honest now, what prevents you from being that person, just like Lawrence and, Derek J wears flats. He don't wear heels all the time, but
neither one of them do.
Right. But what prevents you from, but even in that, they are still kind of like extra without, extra is for other people. I don't consider them to be extra. I consider them to be authentically at the core of who they are.
Authentically, that's how they are. They're just loud and bubbly, but they have a sense of fashion, and they don't mind. They're fashion fluid. Right. I put that there. They're fashion fluid. I'm fashion fluid at times, but I'm still a tomboy who have girly ways. That's what I consider myself. I'm a tomboy with girly ways because I love to dress up and get into a nice.
We have me and my sister Naomi Michaels. We have a name for that, and it's called Tom Girl.
Oh, well, I'm a Tom Girl.
With a Z. You're a Tom Girl.
I'm a Tom Girl.
And only because that was something that she said that she would have been well, she did end up transitioning. So she's a woman of trans experience now. But that was always her thing. Like I'm still like there's certain parts of me that is still very tomboyish.
Yeah, because I like working on cars.
But I love being a woman, but I'm not going to have hair, and she's in the makeup industry. She works for CNN, and she's done makeup on everybody that you've seen on CNN, everybody. Mm-hmm. But when she go to work, she ain't dressing up in no baby. She got on her flats, she got on her jeans, she got on her t-shirt, whatever. Like she's very, but she dresses up when need be. Now then you have some other girls that they not stepping outside without having their nails and toes done and having a good lace front and all that.
And that's why I could never really transition. Now I wanted to, but see, when I wanted to transition, it was for other reasons. I wanted to have a relationship with a dude because that's what it was in that area. But that would be all for the wrong reasons. And I'm not that person. I like to be James sometimes, to get up on the hood and change your brakes and do all and stuff. But when I clean up,
you changed my brakes many a time.
And my tail.
How were you able to change my brakes? Because when you was gone or we were in the same area. I think you had went to Florida somewhere. Anyway, you taught me how to change my brakes, and baby, it came to a point where I had to change my brakes because I could not afford. I could afford $100 to change a brake.
But I also love getting a pair of nails, a nasty pair of heels, a little pants, a little suit, and I drag, if you would say so.
Well, something that Gigi Good said on Drag Race, where she had never admitted to it. Not saying this is what you are, or how you should identify, but she said, I am gender fluid, where there's some days she's the masculine self or the boy, and there's some days when she likes the girl aspect or the feminine aspects of things.
That's very much me. That's very much me. But
I'm just my gender is fluid. My gender, it flows.
I feel at that moment.
Right. Oh, that James, you might need to look into that. That might be
that may be one of my things. But see, another thing that hinders me, and going back to the relationship thing, most of the guys that I call myself lacking are very on the masculine spectrum, the very, very masculine spectrum, and they want other masculine people.
Okay, I paused there because me and a friend, Talia, Catherine and I, we talked about that when she called me after the show. And so let's have a conversation. Think about this, James.
Mm-hmm.
There was a time, if you can remember, I don't know how many years ago, where it became a surge of the guys crowding the gyms. Mm-hmm. I started to see, and I don't like to use the word queens, but I'm gonna say butch queens. I saw a lot of butch queens who I would never in a million years think will go to the gym and get muscles, then went and got muscles. And there was a time when I was in the gym, and I got pictures to prove it. If I could put them on the screen, I would now. Where I was in the gym every day after work. If I didn't go straight after work, I worked at between 11 and 12 midnight.
I remember those nights. I remember those.
Yes, I'm sweating now. I'm doing all this. I got my abs, my chest got bigger, all that. And I realized that I don't have to do much to get a chest. I can do some push-ups every day, 200 push-ups every day for a week, and I already see the improvement. But let me tell you something. What I realized about other people in our community, not bashing y'all, okay, is that y'all are doing this. Some of y'all, not all y'all. Y'all are doing this because you want the type of man that you want is only going to want you if you aesthetically like them.
Uh-huh.
Where you have the abs and the muscles and all of that. And so I just feel, and I understand, I like being in shape. And there's been times where I want to have that physique, and I know that I can. It takes hard work, but I know that I can because I've seen it many times over with myself. But I have to check myself at the door and say, Micah, are you doing this for you? Or are you doing this because you want a certain type of man? If that man don't want you for your toned body, and that be that, because I don't want to get with you and then you it's one thing to try to get me into the gym to live a healthy lifestyle. It's another thing to get me in the gym. Man, you would not know. I'm talking about whoever watching and whoever will see this on YouTube, you wouldn't understand how many people I know taking steroids at this very moment.
Baby, girl, you want me to give you a list?
No, let's not give a list.
Okay.
But we know there's a list. We both have a list. Do you not know what that's doing to your body? I'm not here to preach or teach, but I'm trying to inform. If you grew up wanting to be a bodybuilder and all that, that's one thing. But I'll just say this: there was an influx of people in the gym When I go to the gym, let me tell you, the first thing I hit is a treadmill. I could be on a treadmill for an hour, hour 15, hour and 30 minutes. But it's about just me toning and make sure, you know,
you staying right.
I'm pumping on and going in and out. Why are you in the gym for 3 hours? And then my thing is, you got to give your body rest. You got to give your muscles rest.
This is all I understand. You're doing all this. You're going to keep it up all your life. Because you're going to get elderly. And when you get older and all that muscle and cuteness go away, what do you have to offer? Because most of y'all, that's all y'all got. Can you sit at my table and talk to me about politics? Can you give me some input on something? Where's your 401k? Because if you're in the gym for 3 and 4 hours a day, where you work at, baby? Lunch break is an hour on any job. And that's the max. I don't get a lunch break at work. I run up and down around all day long. I may have the ideal job to some people, but no, it's not. It's a lot of work.
I got a question for you. I write them down as I think of them.
I think of it. But yeah, I want to work out and get the body to pull the eye of a masculine man. But now I'm just.
So what that was the thing. So was that something you felt like you needed to do in order to acquire the man that you want?
Yeah.
I am more than apt to believe that guys who do like feminine guys or okay with guys who have a feminine flair, I can be okay with that if aesthetically you look like me. You got a body, you build muscles, whatever. Because at the end of the day, we also know when it comes out to the bedroom, y'all are not always, it's not what it is out on the streets.
It's not. The muscles turn into slag rag because them legs be stretched.
James said it. I did not.
You didn't have to, baby. Your eyes did.
Let me have the disclaimer. We're not. I will never shame. I will never.
No, never that.
Shame, versatile shame, or whatever. Anybody. You like what you like, and I know people that have started out being tops that are now bottoms. Started out as bottoms being tops. Started out as bottoms, became versatile, went to top. I mean, things change.
I don't care what you do when you close your door to your room. As long as you're happy when you open that door, I'm fine. I don't care what you do. But I know what I'm doing when I get on the door.
What are you doing, James?
Huh?
What are you doing?
Patty cake.
So if you patty cake bakers men, that means that you don't mind being with a guy that, okay, here's the thing.
A guy that's a what?
Here's the thing. And we talk
what?
Huh?
A guy that's a what?
What did he say? What you say?
You said if I'm patty cake baker's man, you say you don't mind being with the guy that's a here's the thing. What's the thing? Being with the guy that's a what?
Like you.
I'm learning. I may.
That's where I was going. Was that, and I told you before, and I'm going to reiterate it again, is that while you are looking for, think about this. Everybody close your eyes. Think about this. As you are looking for someone that has a masculine quality or masculine or whatever for whatever reason, think about you, because people always have not an issue where I always say, child, you just like them pretty, red, light-skinned, pretty boys. Someone with makeup. Well, my last 3 boyfriends have all done drag. At the end of the day, guess what? At the end of the day, that drag comes off, and that drag is a part of them. You know, that's a part of them, but that's not who they are. And there are, you would be amazed how many drag queens and female impersonators and female illusionists who are not pre or post-op trans women are just regular boys that you would be surprised how many them guys are tops in the bedroom. And
that's crazy to me.
Totally change their role. They're not soft. They're not submissive. They're very aggressive. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, they're aggressive as their feminine selves, which now I'm finding myself like I'm more attracted to an energy now, not as far as a physical look. Because before it was all you have to be this la with this and that. You woo. Not anymore, because I'm older now and I see that's just a facade. That's what they put on for outside. Because coming from Atlanta, a lot of my brothers that I call my brothers, when we got home to the house and I closed the door, they was in muumuus and house shoes. Okay.
Baby, Justice Falani house. Hello.
Hey, baby, let me tell you, my mama house back in the day, let me tell you. I've learned so much coming from that era. Because, like I said, my mama had me around the crowd. I've seen the girls do coke. I seen them doing embalming fluid. I seen them with them rags in their hands, smelling on the dance floor doing it. They was doing their thing back in the day. But I always got that quote: "You better not ever try it." And my mama told me that every time: "You better not ever try it. I don't want to see. You can see it doing all the time. You see what it do to you. Don't ever try it." And I thank them for that. And then when I was going through my mama, for me wanting to do other things, and I had that guidance there to show me a different side is amazing.
What I never understood is how people would say don't do it, but they're doing it.
Yeah, because don't do what I do. Do what I say.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I respect that to this day. I respect that to this day. Don't do what I do. Do what I say. Because if you do what I do, you're going to end up like me. And I don't want you to end up like me. That's why they said that.
So here's you said something and I wrote down balance. So you said okay, I wrote down balance because you said something, but this is what I want to ask you in regards to that. You want a relationship. I feel like you do deserve being in a relationship. I would love to see you flourish and be in that. And I hope that for you, and I want that for you when the time comes. Now my question would be, James, how are you going to balance that in the career in which you're a part of?
My thing is I make time for what I want. I don't care how hard my job seems and everything. If I really want this, I'll make time for it. I'm just going to have a person or a partner that agrees and that is open and willing to work with me in this process, because I'm not going to change my career. We're just going to have to work it out and make it do what it is. Because coming into this, you're going to know what I do. You're going to know the hours I work, how I work, and everything. You know this from jump. It's not going to communication. That's why communication is a big part of a relationship for me. Is communication. If it's just a simple good morning, that's all I need. You thought about me in the morning. That's all I need. It'll get me through the day. But if I don't hear nothing from you, you're talking to somebody and it ain't me. That's the only thing that is going to be hard with relationships for me. Is I get very, I wouldn't say jealous, but I get very what's the word I'm looking for? I forgot the word that I'm looking for slipped my mind, but I get something. When I don't hear from you something, it's just like, okay, it is what it is. Do you and I'll do me. Leave it at that.
Well, and I'm just dropping nuggets because while you've never really been in a true relationship, I've been in a few. And am I proud of that? Well, I haven't been in as many as other people have now. Let's be honest. But I've been in my fair share of mental abuse.
Mm.
And that was with you know who.
Mm-hmm. I know who.
You know, think about me being 19 years old. 19 years
18, 19.
No, I was 19 at that point. When we graduated, I was 18. When I was with them, I was 19.
You're right. December.
And think about me being in a house with my name on it, my name only. Think about them bringing someone over and say, "Oh, I have a friend." Well, I don't know that you don't. I mean, how will I know that you have friends in the new city that we're in? Okay, you got a friend. I don't really have friends here. But think about you are the person in the house and they outside talking to their friend, but they outside talking to their friend for hours in a car. Not understanding and realizing that was their side piece.
Mm.
And how did you meet? You met on a deadline or something. What?
Go.
Could have been go. I don't know, but that rhyme. But I think about those things that I push out of my mind because I would never want to have in my mind because that all men cheat. I never want to have in my mind that I can't trust anyone. Because if I had in my mind and what that person, and you know who it is, if I have in my mind what that person did to me and how they basically freaked me over and used me to get to Atlanta, I would never be in a relationship ever again. because I was so young, I was so impressionable, I was easily influenced. That could have really set me. I lost my life. When I say I lost my life, I mean I lost my everything that the yearbook that I designed, and I was so very proud of. One of my greatest achievements in high school. I don't even have it. I don't have my high school ring because all of those things were taken from me because a person chose to rent a U-Haul that wasn't paid.
All your items in it.
Huh?
The one that had all your items in it.
Everything. I lost everything.
I got your back. I had your back, Shawty. That's what he didn't know.
You know? And yeah, I mean, James, and then the situation happens again where we're in a new place, get evicted, taking my portion of the money and doing whatever with it. And I remember, I don't mind reflecting, y'all, because I'm letting y'all know, baby, the Micah you know now is not the Micah then, because everybody has a story. So think about the year. How do you do it on Golden Girls, James? It was 2002. James, what do you do? Could you stay at your phone, please? Why are we on? Okay. Yeah. It was 2002, and it was July, hot. And I'm telling you guys, God told me, pack up your stuff. My ex was not there at all. Mm-hmm. He had not been at the apartment for about a week.
2.
And something said, pack up all your stuff. I packed up my stuff. I put it in a box. I put it in the box that we already had. It was a knock at the door. And I said, hello. I came to the door. The lady said, hey, this is from the rental office. I'm letting you know that the marshals will be here in about the next 30 minutes to an hour to come evict. At this point, I had never known about the eviction because any eviction papers that had come, he had already taken them. So I would have never known, right?
Mm-hmm.
The people came, and I hand to God, my grandmother's grave. They came in. They said, well, dang, we ain't really got much. We got to move around here because everything is packed up. The only thing that wasn't packed up was the exercise bike. The little exercise bike or whatever it was that we had. Mm-hmm. My apartment complex was deep down. So it had like a driveway, and you had to go deep down into whatever off of Jimmy Carter Boulevard in Atlanta for anyone who sees this that's from there.
Yeah, right down from the Walmart.
Okay, Walmart, right next to the Home Depot.
Mm-hmm.
They took all my stuff and they put it on. This was a Friday. Put all my stuff on the side street. I'm sitting on the exercise bike. I have a Nokia phone that singular wireless that was not on at the time. But back then, when Singular cut you off, your text message would still be on for about maybe 5 or 6 days after they cut you off. So I'm texting this person, my ex, and said, where are you? Because by this point, we're not together. We were just still living together. Where are you? They just evicted, da. So he's like, I'm coming. At this point, I'm like, it's nothing you can do. I text James or whatever, say, hey, can I come stay with you for a while until I get myself together, whatever. I just got evicted. It was Friday. It was hot. It was 5, 6 o'clock. It was 5, 6 o'clock in the evening. Think about all them cars passing by and seeing me on the side of the street. This lady pulled up and she said, baby, are you okay? Or whatever. And I said, well, no, ma'am, I just got evicted. I got to get somebody to take me to my cousin's house. He don't live too far away from here. She said, well, you got quite a few things that's not gonna be able to fit into my car. She said, so we got to see how we can get you there, whatever. And when I tell you, it wasn't nothing but God, because a man pulled up with a truck. When the man pulled up with the truck, he said, sir, how can I help you? I said, I'm just trying to get to my cousin. He lived over across from Strokers. That's all I know. He lived across from Strokers. He said, oh, I can get you there. put everything on the back of the trunk, on the back of the James. Whatever you got going on, I hear it. So if you got to mute it or something.
You know who that is.
And Chet, huh?
You know who that is.
Who is it? Oh, listen, she go to sleep, but it's still early in. So anyway, I'll wrap the story up. But they took me to your house, and we lived together, and we moved to another apartment and all that. But I say all that to say that with relationships, I had gone through some things, but I have not allowed what I went through to dictate how I move in relationships. I just hope that through those experiences that I make sure I vowed that I would never be in a position where I was evicted again. And while I was very close, because I dealt with a child that also did me wrong and was taking my money. And we all know they was taking my portion and not paying whatever. Who me and James, let me tell you something, James. We went through some stuff. Now that I'm thinking about it, we got our own apartment and it was only a 1-bedroom. It was just us, bitch. And
202 Ivy Chase.
And I had a big old king size bed, and honey, I had,
and I had a couch.
And the next had a couch. And mind you, this apartment was in James' name, I believe, or both of our names. James' name, your name was both. I don't remember.
It was in both our names.
Okay. And it's just, let me tell you something. When I can have a conversation with people that are young, baby, I done had apartments in my name. My mama even co-signed for my apartment one time. You know what I'm saying? And I thank her for that too. But we go through some shit, and we done went through. So as elders, because we older than them.
Yeah, we elders now.
We only a year and a half from 40. So when we're talking to you and we're saying, get your stuff together, don't do this, pay off your debt, don't do it, don't do it. Because it's nothing. Do not live in the now. Live for the future.
That's true. See, you gotta understand, they're thinking like we did back when we were the girl, they always said, because I'm not gonna be like you. I ain't gonna do like you do. That's how they think it. You gotta understand, you were in their shoes at one point. So all we can do is, like the old people say, all you can do is tell them. Just tell them and let them be.
And let them experience it for themselves.
Let them be.
And that's what I do for my kids. I let them, that's one thing that I don't want doing what they do, but,
I love you and let you go.
Yeah, because I feel like, I won't dig because they'll end up saying their name, and I don't want to do that to my child.
Yeah, I love you and let you go.
But I'm not going to let this child go. I'm just saying.
No, I'm not like let you go, but I love you enough to give you that. You know what you're going to do. So go ahead.
I had to figure it out. You had to figure it out, right?
Mm-hmm.
You don't have to figure it out. But back to love for you and relationship. Oh, I think we still need to do that dating show. Mm-hmm. Let me think about that too.
I'm open right now. I am open to a relationship of any sort.
No, don't say any sort.
Well, you're right, not any sort, but I'm open to a relationship with somebody who's willing to get to know me and go from there. I'm not going to put any standards on it. I'm not going to put any, I want this, and this. I want somebody who's willing to get to know me.
So could you be with someone who is pretty much like you?
Yeah. I've got to, well, because I had to ask myself, I'm going to date all these people. Would I date myself?
Oh, that's because that's how I was coming there.
Would I date myself? I'm like, yeah, I would date me. So why can't you date somebody like you? Good. And that's my mindset, like, bitch, you're right. Good. I can.
I'm glad to hear that because about 2-3 years ago, girl, this
would have been no ma'am.
This was not the conversation.
It was very much no ma'am. He need to be at least 6'4", 6'5", have on Tim's and be sagging and stuff. I want to have dreads, be real thug.
But this goes back to the conversation we had on the show, because that's what it's about, the after show, is that we evolve. And Ebony said, and I said that what I liked then, and you categorize me as gay, may not be what I necessarily like now. Mm-hmm. But what I don't want my friends and my family, when I say my family, I'm talking about my I'm talking about my family. Like y'all, I don't want my family to chastise me or say, "Oh, child, you dating a trans man, girl? How do you do that?"
No.
Or somebody that's gender non-conforming. How do you do that? Well, who's to say I'm not gender non-conforming?
And that's why I'm glad we're in a circle of people that don't point fingers. That's very accepting. But we're gonna ask you a question about it, girl. You sure? Because let them know how we are.
Yeah.
Because I don't care who they are, they're gonna get fight.
It's okay.
I'm able now to say, because all before it was an image thing to me. How is society going to see me when I go? When I go out to the club with these people, what they going to say if I'm out with this person? He look like this, and I'm like this and like this. That's why I had the whole thought of I'm feminine and I like to do this. If I have the masculine man with me, it would give me the ideal gay relationship look. What does a gay relationship look like?
I'm gonna put this up. Hold on, because now the people gonna think that I don't know how to write. So hold on.
Oh, give me a minute. I have to use the restroom. You told me about patents.
Yeah. Let me know when you come back. Let me mute you because just in case we can hear you pissing. So while we are waiting, I do want to say this because I want to plug him as much as I can. And let me bring myself back on. My friend Craig the Writer Stewart. He's a great writer. I love him to death. He has written, that's all he does is he writes. He has 2 books where he's written about his personal life. One was Words Never Spoken. Here you go, Words Never Spoken. Can you see that? Words Never Spoken, a memoir by Craig Stewart. I love this one because I really felt like it was me who was that he was talking about, but it talked about like his life in Atlanta, growing up, not growing up, but getting out of school after he went to I think it was Morgan, or was it Morgan State? It was Hampton. He went to Hampton University. After Hampton University, he moved from the north and went down to South Atlanta and struggled and, made things do what it do, moved to California, moved back to Atlanta, struggled, got himself together, and then started writing books, and it went up. It's been going uphill from there. And also Craig is the showrunner for T.S. Madison, the Queen's Supreme Court. So that's one of his books, Words Never Spoken, and that's what he talks about. And One Thing for Certain, Two Things for Sure, which is his other book. Lord, I'm dropping stuff. One Thing for Certain, Two Things for Sure, he talks about he was involved with a married man. And while he was involved with a married man, how he discovered that wasn't the thing for him and all this kind of great stuff. Very good book. It's a quicker read than Words Never Spoken, but trust me, you'll get through it in a couple of days. The next one is So Much to Say, a book of quotes, and these are his quotes. These are things that he has, he says or whatever. And then the last one is the Book of Jews, which I have not read yet. Well, I started to read, but I got a lot of stuff going on. So yes, even in this pandemic, baby, I am moving and shaking and working and producing and all this kind of stuff. So this is a Book of Jews, a personal development by Craig the Writer Stewart. So again, make sure that you go and get his book from www.craigthewriterstewart.com. You can follow him on Facebook, Craig Stewart. Follow him on Twitter. I think it's Craig Stewart or Craig the Writer or something of that nature. You can look him up. It's very easy. And he's on Instagram as well. So www.craigthewriterstewart.com. Please go ahead and support him as, his books are amazing.
And if y'all don't get y'all some of this hemp hand from Uncle Bud's, this stuff is amazing. A hand sanitizer from Uncle Bud's.
Now, is Uncle Bud's, did they give you a check?
No, they gave it to my boss.
Oh, okay. Well, yeah, we'll let that pass because eventually you got some of that at Uncle Bud's. Okay. No, I was just kidding. Okay. So what I had on the screen. Can you see this?
BP.
What will we when we're in the club and we see two? Hold on, don't say it yet. When we see 2 people who we're sitting here like, well, girl, and this is when we were younger. Well, girl, who the top and who the bottom?
Could have been bumping pussy.
There you go. We would say they're bumping pussies.
Yeah, girl. I said, girl, the only thing we can talk about is who gonna carry the pocketbook. Girl, that's what I used to say, girl. She not getting my pocketbook. That's all she gonna want from me is my pocketbook.
That's because of the way that, like you said on this show, again, everything relates back to. That's why I said. and we gotta put it back up here. You said, damn, what did you say, James? I just had it in my head. What did we say? What did we say? Bumping pussies. I'm trying to remember what the heck I was just saying.
Back in the club and the girls together. Tell me when I talk about me and Juan.
Got it. So when we came up, you said on the show that there was no versatile.
No, it wasn't.
You was a top, you was a bottom. Now here's the thing: people were being versatile in the bedroom. Please do not but think that.
Oh, I know they were.
But nobody was, even on Go.com and Black Planet, everybody asked you, are you a top or you a bottom?
Mm-hmm.
What happened?
I'm just thinking about it. Back then, Go.com was in 2000.
2000. 20 years ago.
Let me remind you, 2 people that I have contacted on Go.com I'm still talking to them today.
Who?
Rebel and Detrick.
Oh, yeah. Baby, we went to Tennessee on that.
Shut up. Shut up. Just shut up. Shut up.
You're trying to get me to
shut up. But your girlfriend, let me stop. Ooh, I'm about to be a mess. Your tattletale. You should give me hints who I'm talking about. Your tattletale. Disco pants.
Look, this is the after show, but it's not the after show, so we're not gonna go that far into it. But okay. So I'm hopeful. So now my question would be: now that you've been on the show, you had some things to think about from what Ebony said, Cesare, Slick, because I believe that we can learn from each other. Slick, because you and Slick pretty much are the same as far as never have been in love, don't know what that is or whatever, but you have what you desire of that. How do you move forward after this pandemic? Because these are things to think about, so therefore when you get back out there, how are you going to go and put yourself and make yourself available?
I have to put myself in more settings to where there are, because being honest, in LA, there's not many really places you can go to do. All they have is when they say WeHo is a bunch of bars and clubs. I don't drink and I don't smoke. Mm-hmm. And those people down there are pretty much drunk and kissing and loving on each other. And it's mainly Caucasian men who like Caucasian men. And they get the ideal of a black man is just a fantasy that they want to fulfill.
Let me throw something out here. Maybe I should do this behind the scenes, but I'm just going to do it now. Have you ever heard of Taco Tuesdays?
Yeah, there's Taco Tuesdays everywhere.
This is a different Taco Tuesdays. You know, there's
Hamburger Mary's.
Who?
So one of Hamburger Mary's?
No. There's a Taco Tuesday event that, oh God, what is the boy name? He is
the singer.
He's not a singer. I mean, he can sing and he does background a lot, but he does.
I met him at Tony concert, the one that we with J-Lo all the time.
Yeah. But the people that's in the vicinity. This is what I'm saying.
But he only invites influencers and people that sing.
Okay, I'm sure there's somebody in. James Wright Chanel has been there before.
Yeah, I know.
So I'm just throwing this out here. Just don't be opposed to it. I don't know why I'm telling you this, but it must be a reason why. Go to something like that with him if he's ever invited. Or James? Do you ever go to those Taco Tuesdays with Steve? I think it's Steve something. I'm gonna get the name or whatever. He said, "Yeah, like, bitch, I would love to go one Tuesday." And when you go, your personality, your spirit gonna rub off on somebody. I'm just gonna say that. Don't know why I said it. I feel like I know why I'm saying it. But that's what I'm saying. Like, okay, you don't go to bars. You don't, people know I love drag, but guess what? I don't like going to drag shows. I support them when I can, but I don't, because I like quality entertainment. No dig at nobody.
It's Stevie Mackey.
Stevie Mackey, right.
Mm-hmm.
So
I know he knows about.
okay. So yeah, that's good. So the takeaway from this in regards to friendships, we will continue to social distance. We will continue to do exactly what we're doing, and we have been around long enough to know who's for us
And who's not.
Who's not, and not even say who's not, but who's trying to come in for ulterior motives.
Yeah.
In relationships, I feel like from the show and the after show, what we realize is that we are not going to find the perfect man for us the first time around.
Or the second.
It may take a couple relationships, like myself. It may take with you, even though you haven't been in multiple relationships or have that track record. It may take you just really putting yourself out there.
But see, and that's another thing I'm scared of, because I put myself out there multiple times and I've gotten hurt. I feel like I've gotten used and I've gotten hurt for putting myself out there.
I feel like you went after the people that really wasn't for you.
Yeah.
That you went after them specifically because of their aesthetic, and because their aesthetic matched what you like. And the minute they gave you a little bit,
well, not really, because the aesthetic became what I like. It wasn't always there.
We're gonna move on. But I understand what you're saying.
Okay. Long as you understand, I'm good. Long as you understand. But no, I went. I'm just to speak on that per se. I went after that because I love the chemistry that we had, just the conversations outside of everything else, the conversation and just.
But they weren't forthright in about, and I get that. Like, baby, I'm invested. My emotions are invested. My heart is invested. And just say you want to be friends.
It would have been easy, but they couldn't say that. But it's cool. I get it.
Just as long as you are truly over that and you don't let that overshadow somebody.
Oh, yeah. I'm good. I'm so good, baby. So good.
Because you did everything with good intentions. And as long as you did things, and that's why I say I don't regret a lot of stuff, because even in relationships, because guess what? What I did everything with good intentions. I did everything
with an open heart and good intentions. That's why I said it was hard to walk away, but it's easy to walk away because it's what I wanted. And when you don't get what you want, it's kind of hard to look at that in the back, because then being friends with people that you wanted for so long and they get with somebody else, you be like, so what was wrong with me? And I don't want to ever do that to myself, because I'm tired of beating myself up that way. Like, what's wrong with me? I question myself like that every day, because it's like I wake up by myself, I go to sleep by myself. I have nobody really to call me and check on me, be like, hey, babe, what's going on? How you feeling? I don't get that. I've never had that. So I don't know what it's like. And then I have all my friends or my brothers or my sisters that have boyfriends.
I don't.
Significant others.
I don't.
I've had that. And they're always like, man, I get to do this. We're going to do it now. We can't do this because me and Babe doing this. I was like, okay, that's fine. And I'm always either the third wheel or no wheel at all. And that's why I said I have gotten used to the fact of being alone, because I've always been alone. I have to do things on my own and find ways to be happy for me. That's why when I was in Atlanta, I worked 3 or 4 jobs and didn't mind.
You're always busy, always productive. And that's one thing about you and what you do is that you are always busy. You're always doing stuff.
Always. But see, that's why I'm so used to it, because it's what I always do.
But guess what? I don't give a dang on how we say. I don't give a dang on how much you work. There comes a point when you are home, you by yourself, and
girl, why you look like Clara?
I'm getting ready for her.
Okay, baby, you in the mode. You in there.
But there comes a time, and I'm gonna draw some stuff from Clara too for this. Mm-hmm. They just called me, and I don't want to say my situation is similar to yours, because it's not, but it is. That think about, for 2 years, you came home to somebody.
Mm-hmm.
One thing about me and my ex, when he left for work or I left work, whoever left work first, we kissed each other. When it came home, whoever came home first, whatever, we kissed each other. Hey, babe. And that was the sweetest thing, and I enjoyed it. And this thing, oh my God, like there was a lot of parts of the relationship that I love. But when all that shit is said and done, somebody tagged me in a post. What did they say? This the after show. We do all this. when all is said and when they were gone and I was coming home from work, and it took me a minute to realize, I said, baby, I'm really here by myself. And I had to get to know myself, and I'm grateful for it. I had to get to know myself again. You know what I'm saying? And then talk about and think about what is it that I want, because I feel like we do want the same things, but I'm gonna tell you something. Being 10 and a half years apart in age, please, Aaliyah, I love you. God rest your soul, baby. But age is a number. Age is a number. Let me write that down for Clara. Because with age comes experience.
Yeah, and if you don't have the age, you don't have that experience.
What at 28 and 38, they're not two totally different people. But as far as being about their business,
Life is different,
and all that, it's totally different.
See, when you're 28, life is careless. When you're 28, when you're 38, life is careful.
Let me hold on now. You come on now. We speaking.
Okay. When you're 28, life is careless. Yeah, I'll get to it. When you're 38,
you're careful.
Yeah, you're careful about it. Okay, but I got to take these steps to get here. Now, girl, I take this path and I come up and get on this ladder and I get on the roof and I'll jump over there and get on granite. You can do all that 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34. But 35, 36, 37, 38, things get different.
Because you realize if you don't have it together by now, you probably ain't gonna never
get it. You ain't gonna get it. It's too late. I ain't gonna say it's too late, but it's gonna be a tougher road.
Tremaine Hawkins always said it's never too late.
It's never too late, but there's a time limit. Yes, word.
28, you're careless. 38, you're
careful.
And I know for me, I always continue to get younger people. And so what, my significant others would always, or some would say, is that I remember one of them told me, you're not my mama. You're not my daddy or whatever. And at this point, I was about 7 years older than them, 8 years older than them. And it wasn't that I was your mama or your daddy, but I was trying to prepare you. But I guarantee you, when we were over, guess what? They flourished. Got a business, doing well now, all of that. And they will always say, if it were not for you, like you taught me that it was much more to life than drag and shows and clubbing. Because by the time they were with me, I had my own car, I had my own apartment, I had a job, which I still have to. I was still working for the same company I was working for, and I've been working for them for 12 years. So we're gonna wrap up here. I've enjoyed the after show with James Phillips.
Yeah.
I hope, and my prayer is that through the conversation that we had on tonight, not just in the after show, but the conversation that we had on the actual show.
Yeah, the entirety of it. Yeah.
Yeah, that you open that. And my thing is always being able to leave from this conversations and thinking a little bit differently and understand
a lot different.
Be able to understand my friend and cousin of 38 years. And I can tell y'all where you were 3 years ago, you are not now.
I am not there now.
So imagine in 3 more years, I want to be able to come back and say, and pull this up on YouTube and say, girl, do you remember when you was like, child, you want a man, but child, it's hard to find. And now your ass is married, bitch. Or now your ass is taken, girl. I can't even. Are we social distancing again? Because, girl, I can't even go on FaceTime. This thing, I'm about to cut that man out.
Hey, I would love that. I would see. Then you get to see how I feel.
Well, I never put off my friends for my man. I can definitely say that. But I'm going to tell you, and I'm going to close. You know that's how we say it, girl.
Yes, okay.
One of the things I regret, and I think I was vocal about it on one of my shows or whatever, was that when I was in pageantry mode, and I was getting ready for these packages I was producing and directing or whatever, I can remember me being right at this computer, burning stuff, mixing stuff, this, that, and the other, for whether it be for Continental Full Contestant or for whatever, or Black America. And my partner would be on that chair over there, just watching TV and just supporting me. But at the same token, I'm like, he done went to bed, he done kissed me good night, and it's 3 o'clock in the morning. And I'm still doing this stuff. And so if I could turn back the hands of time, I wish that I would have just stopped and said, babe, let me give you at least an hour because you deserve it. Mm-hmm. Not coming home, going straight to this computer and being on the computer all day long. Like, so I've learned, and I know that I cannot make those mistakes.
There's a happy balance.
Issues in regards to balance. You gotta
have a happy balance, and that's why I said once I get in that situation, I'm gonna learn how to balance, because now my job consumes my life because I allow it to.
Right.
I have no other reason not to. If you get what I'm saying.
Mm-hmm.
Someone gives me a reason to open that up and be that, I can. Like,
but
the only I'm home now. I'm home now because usually around this time, I'll be traveling somewhere. I'll be on an airplane going somewhere, landing somewhere, do stuff. I'm not in my apartment that often.
Right.
And when I do,
has gotten to know you through this.
Maybe they have gotten to know me. I just switch it around, turn it around, and cook so much in here that my stove cuts on as soon as I step in the kitchen.
That you what?
As soon as I step in the kitchen, it cuts on myself.
You slept in the kitchen. I said, Lord, it got that bad?
Girl, no, ma'am, no. I sleep in the bed. I'm on my side, but it's just like right now. I love working from home. It's dope. It's annoying sometimes, but it's dope because I miss the hands-on interaction when they need something and I know where it is and everybody's looking.
You're more of a hands-on person.
Huh?
You're more of a hands-on person.
I'm very hands-on, and even in a relationship, I want to be hands-on. I know that's why the person, whomever coming into my life, is going to have to be well-traveled, because I travel a lot, and then when I'm in places, I just meet me there. I'll take care of everything else. Just meet me there.
Not that they have to be well-traveled; they have to be open
to travel. Well, when I say well-traveled, they need to have passports. They need to be go international.
Well, not even well-traveled. You just need to be prepared, boo. It's just like I put it like this. You know what? When you apply for a job with Delta, American Airlines, Southwest, I ain't say Southwest. I'll take them off because they don't fly international. The first thing they're gonna ask you is, you got a passport? And I get it, because at the end of the day, when I travel outside, I want to be able to say, okay, babe, I've been working, I've been doing this, I've been flying here or whatever, but now I want to go to Spain. And I found a good deal on some flight and a hotel. I'm ready to go. Oh, well, I don't got no passport.
Well, then you can't go.
But that's good. That's good. I want you to, I hope, I feel like we get what we're supposed to get when we're supposed to get it.
And that's why I said good things come to those that wait. And I've been waiting for a long time. So I know something good is coming my way.
You've been on the sidelines and you've seen all of us go. You've been there and go through relationships. You know what we've gone through. And my thing is this. Experience is a great teacher, but being observant and having a listening ear for your friends who go through, you know what to do and what not to do. But have the conversations in the beginning, because you don't know it all. You don't know nothing because you ain't been in a relationship.
No, I don't.
They have. And that's another thing I forgot. Well, not forgot. I wish we could have got to, is that the fact that it is okay. I want to know what you went through
before I get with you. That's why I'm like, I want to have an open conversation. When we get together, tell me what you don't like and what you do like. Tell me what happened to you. What did they do? Because I want to know what your ex did to you. People say, "No, you don't need to know about my ex." Yes, I do. Because they're your ex for a reason.
Would you rather me ask you about your ex or ask your ex about you?
Okay, girl, write it down for Clara.
Hold on one second.
Write that down. That's a good one.
Clara about to say this tomorrow.
Okay, that's fine. Would you rather me to ask you about your ex, or you want me to ask your ex about you? I don't mind. I'll talk to both of you, because I just want to know what I'm getting myself into. Because there's always two sides to a story.
Oh, let me put Clara on here so I know it's for her.
Get Clara to clarify. Ooh, things Clara needs to clarify. Girl, look at me. Give me hate.
Clarification by Clara.
Clarifications by Clara.
Let's go, Jay.
Okay.
Yeah, because I feel like that's what, even though it's like I don't want to know, I do want to know, because
when most people say they don't want to know, that means they want to know.
Because if you say, well, the reason why me and my ex ain't work is because I beat his ass all the time. Oh, well, baby, don't even worry about coming over here.
Yeah. I can't deal with a smart mouth one. Maybe this is the end of our conversation because I have one.
You got a temper, and I ain't gonna be able to deal with it.
Mm-hmm.
So that's called date. You know how people say courting? Remember how the old people say courting?
See, that's back in the day we used to court. See, I want to go back to courting. Dating nowadays is I fuck you on the first night and then we go to Red Lobster tomorrow. And then I don't talk to you for another week.
You only fuck F-U-C-K, or you know, you only have, relation with a person if you allow it.
That's true. But
that's your pussy.
You're right. But at the same time,
sword of armor.
But this is my thing. Because people talk about, well, it's just like buying a car. You got to go test drive the car before you buy it. No, I go look at different lots. And I pick out a type, style. That takes a while. Making love
is so much better than having sex.
It is, because your feelings are involved in making love. Making love, it takes time to make love. You don't just jump into, you don't get naked. You first of all, you what I call, what's the word I use? You massage the mind. You clear the throat. You feed the body, and then you stroke. That's making love.
What? Now say that again for the kids.
You massage the mind and clear the throat. Feed the spirit, and then give the body a stroke. That's making love. It takes time to do all those things. When you fucking, you just open the door and stick it in the hole. That's what most girls want nowadays. You just open up, girl. That's why they advertise on most of these little networks and sites and Instagram and Facebook. They advertise in hips and thighs and rumps and nipples, sweat and water and drawers and bikini lines and towel prints, dick prints, open holes, fisted holes, glory holes. Because that's all they are. It's a sex-driven society. Nobody's taking the time. I don't even know the name to the dick that's coming in the house. I just know dick is coming.
You just know what?
Dick is coming. Dick don't even have a name. It's just dick coming. Girl, at first they said, girl, he got a big dick.
Right.
Girl, he got a big dick. He gonna go down. So after he go down, then what? Because he gonna run back and tell his boy, girl, he got a gape down there. That's a gape. I had to fuck that girl my elbow.
Before we go, I do have a quote. Every time, every show I have, I don't care if I have an after show, DD after show, the after show, or the show, there's always going to be something that I want to leave you with. Before I leave you with this, and before we wrap up, I want to make sure that I send a shout out to one of my friends who's a part of a group with his twin brother called the Etc. Twins. And his name is Khalil Valentino. And I'm going to play the drop or the promo for the Etc. Twins. They also have a new song out called Quarantine. You can find it on Spotify. You can find it. And maybe I'll, okay, that's going to leave it up to our guests. So James, should I play the older song that I have or the quarantine song that I have?
Quarantine. Let's keep it new. Play the quarantine. Because we're in the quarantine. Play the quarantine. Okay,
so I'm going to play a little bit of the quarantine. I gotta find it on Spotify really quickly. So give me a second.
Go right here. Look for it. One in there, yeah.
Okay, I think I got it right here. Hold on.
And that was quick.
Yeah. Well, I pulled up Spotify because I have Spotify on the computer. So, but I also feel like it's important that we promote one another and not look.
Yeah, uplift.
not look for a check. Like, baby, if I can get my people out here, you know what I'm saying? As much as I can, I will. So here we go. Give me 1 second. Let me. Oh Jesus, hello. Oh, and also if y'all like spiritual music or whatever, Jonathan McReynolds, who is an artist in the gospel world, man, get it. Oh my God, I listened to it like 3 times the other day. My brother recommended it, and so I've been on that thing like popcorn, babe. Okay, so let me go back to James. Yeah, because James, you can see me, right?
Yeah. You
can see me, but I couldn't see you, baby.
You can't see me?
No, I can't see you because I'm on another screen, but I can see you.
Got it.
Okay, so let me go ahead and play just a little bit of Quarantine by the Etc. Twins. I'm gonna hold on. Come on now, y'all know this is technology. I'm gonna put James on mute just so his background doesn't interfere. I'm gonna play a little bit of Quarantine, and then we will be closing after my quote of the week, or the quote of this particular call. Breaking developments. Okay, hold on 1 second. Let's put it. All right, let's go. Hold on 1 second. Well, hold on, James. I'm trying to figure something out. Oh, okay, here we go. Connecting. Come on. Okay, here we go. Here's Quarantine by the Etc. Twins. Or maybe not. Oh.
In the coronavirus pandemic, the death toll rising in the U.S. More than 700
China
cases,
urging
the
its citizens not to travel abroad. Struggles to contain the virus that has killed more than 100.
States and cities across the country ordering new restrictions for bars and restaurants. We're going to begin with the states of emergency across this country, and now
people running around. We need to take cover. They said it's going down. Thank God we got each other. Embrace for impact. Embrace for impact. If today's the last time I get to see you, I'm gonna make it count. Baby, what will I tell? Quarantine. I love being stuck with you. Quarantine. I love being stuck with you. As long as I find you.
If it's going down, then it's going down. Tell me what we supposed to do. Got the whole damn city on lockdown, but I'm good when I'm next to you. We got beats down, we got families crying every time I go to turn on the news. Like who got what, got who? We all need tissue, we all need food. It's crazy they got us quarantined. No vaccine, it's a pandemic. Cause all I see is a private health. Your God save us. You can see these tears even with this mask on. I pray that we heal the sick, protect our loved ones, yeah. As we
quarantine.
Yes. Come on now. Quarantine.
Hey.
Did you enjoy that?
Quarantine. Yeah.
So once again, that was the Quarantine by Etc. Twins, as you see on the bottom of the screen. You can find them on all platforms: SoundCloud, Spotify, Apple Music. Purchase Quarantine by the Etc. Twins. I'm going to leave you with this, and James and I will depart from the show. And it's hopefully you get it. And I'll read it twice as always. It says, if you have time to keep up with celebrities and online influencers, you have time to put towards your life goals and inner healing. Those public figures are living their lives. Now you must live yours. Again, if you have to keep up with celebrities and online, if you have time to keep up with celebrities and online influencers, you have time to put towards your life goals and inner healing. Those public figures are living their lives. Now you must live yours. And I hope that you guys take those words, to heart, and that you continue to live yours. And as we go out, we'll go out with our favorite jingle, our favorite opening and closing of the show.
Hallelujah.
The Talk with Micah and Friends by Kendall Brinkley Brown.
It's the Talk with Micah and Friends. It's the Talk with Micah and Friends. Got all your friends and gather around now. They're gonna have a real time. It's the Talk with Micah and Friends.
Yes, bye everybody.
Good night.